Alright, so today I'm going to be showcasing the new Goku Super Saiyan 3 unit in anime Vanguards. And let's just get, instead of waffling all around, let's just get straight into the video. Come on. Alright, so when you place him down, he will cost 1,000 yen and you will be able to place him 3 times. Now, his passives on placement are right here. You can read through these. Let me just summarize it. So this first one is basically just saying that you have to hit enemies 4 times to be able to swap to Vegeta. The second one is that after you swap to Goku, he will have a 50% damage buff for 40 seconds. And when this unit actually swaps to Goku, he will stun enemies in his radius for 2 seconds. Now this last one is basically just saying that if there's no unit in his range to attack, he gains 1 damage and range per second, and it goes up to 100. So this unit at the beginning does a line, then at upgrade 3 does a small circle AoE, which doesn't do too much damage. Now going to upgrade 6, doing a bigger circle AoE. Now at upgrade 9, he does a cone type of AoE, 90 degrees, and his last upgrade is right here. So what this actually does is, this is actually where it gets really interesting, right? So with this ability, Goku goes off field, so you won't attack with him anymore. But for that, he charges his Super Soul Bomb for 3 minutes. And when it's fully charged, he releases it and it does 1,000% of this damage that you see right here. So right here, I think it will be like around 260k or whatever. But personally, this is actually not how I would use him. You see, when you swap to Vegeta, you can see that he actually has a different ability and even different passives. So the first passive is again the same. The second one is just the same, but that is minus 30% SPA. And it slows the units in this radius by 40% for 10 seconds. Now the last passive is again a bit different, than making every single time this unit attacks gain 2% damage, which actually carries over to every single fusion, which carries over to fusions and even to Goku. So I recommend grinding up those 40% and then swapping. But as you can see right here, after 13 swaps, you can actually transform into VEGITO, who is very OP. So let me just fast forward right now and you will see how OP this really is. Alright. So now this was the 13th fusion, and as you can see right here, I have every single buff in the entire game right here. So what I'm gonna do is the hard cup Rin buff is already active, this buff is already active, this buff is already active. Now I just have to press return to 0 to get this buff. We're gonna fuse him right now. Boom, let's see. Alright, we just fused into Vegito. 11k DPS at upgrade number 1. Let's see, 108k, this buff right here, 111k, 21,000 DPS, 1,151,000 damage in range is the maximum you can actually get with this unit. Wow, this is really impressive. Sick attacks as well. This unit is definitely up to par with some of these Vanguard units. Let's read the passive right here. So this basically says that when you swap into Super Vegeta, he gains plus 100% damage for 40 seconds. Once these 40 seconds are over, the unit gains 20% damage, minus 20% SPA, and plus 20% range. This unit's attack ignore enemies' dodge chance, so no matter how much dodge the enemies have, it can still attack the units. So this is where it actually gets interesting. The second passive makes it so that if an enemy attacks an ally, Vegeta would actually attack Vegeta instead. And anytime Vegeta is attacked, Vegeta's range goes up by 3% up to 30%. Now this unit's attack inflicts rupture. Unit's attack also ignores 50% of the enemy's damage reduction, which is very OP. And anytime an enemy attacks this unit, it would actually perform a counter on that enemy. So let's say if Sukuna were to attack you, Vegeta would just instantly attack him right back. And as you can see right here by this gameplay, Vegeta just keeps on attacking with a 4.2 SPA, even though I just have range on him, 82k damage, and without any of these buffs, he would do 58,000 at 4.2 SPA, which is still actually quite good with a 13,000 SPA, 760,000 damage in range. I hope this video helped you out a lot, and I'll see you next time.